good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. It's Wednesday the 27th of October. Every day is the same to me, dear. Nothing ever changes. Nothing ever changes. Everything changes but you. That's an old song, but sung by, of course, the excellent. Take that, boys and girls. And everything may change later because it's budget day. Yes. What is the Chancellor going to take off you that you don't think he's going to give you anything, do you? Oh, no, it's all out. It's all out. Just before we say, the clock is now missing. Where is the clock? Or, in French, où est le TikTok? Where is the clock? Well, I thought it's pretty pointless having it up there now, behind me there, because the time is fairly irrelevant, depending what time you're watching this, of course. It's there, really. The clock was there to let you know that you were watching the show live, and of course you're not now. So it's pretty pointless being up there at the moment, and I don't have it where. I do have one right in front of me there, which you may or may not be able to see. Can you see that there? Just about see that one there. Okay, so you can see a clock there, but just not behind me anymore, because that's pretty irrelevant. Anyway, a very happy Wednesday to you. I hope it'll be a happy Wednesday because we got the Chancellor and his budget coming along later. I hope he rips the money out of your pockets. Who's he going to nick it from this time? Well, it doesn't look like we're going to have any money put on petrol. Thank God for that. I've just walked last night past the BP garage because I went up to my mate's house. Diesel 151.9. Now I remember the last time I had a diesel car, I think it got to about 148, 149, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got to be about 7 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago now. I do remember it being at sort of 148, 150 a litre. It just got to that. But that's what it is again now, 151.9 for diesel. So thank God he's not putting any on that. But the Sun and all the papers are reporting it early this morning. Rishi Sunak will vow to have Britain's £2.2 trillion. You couldn't make up those numbers in your head, could you? £2.2 trillion falling by the next election as he unveils his budget for the post-COVID age. So you have to remember, he's been dishing out all this money left, right and centre. All these people that are moaning, our taxes have got... Well, where do you think the money come from then? Well, you can't just produce it from thin air, dear. They've had to borrow loads of money and now it has to be paid back. Don't come from thin air. The idiots who talk about stuff like they know stuff about these sort of things. Yes, the country may be better off than most countries. That's what we've been told before. But still, the money's got to be paid back somehow. You can't just keep borrowing it. As you'll know, if you're one of the very unlucky people to lose a house. If you can't pay it off, you lose the house. It's as simple as that. Well, we don't want to lose the country, do we? Got that back recently. Anyway, it says new rules will outlaw borrowing to fund day-to-day government spending within 3 years. And there's other bits and pieces in there that they're kind of guessing. Stuff that's been leaked. I think that leaked. Leaked? Who's Luke? Stuff that's been leaked to the press and all that business. The Speaker of the House isn't particularly pleased, is he, that all these leaks have taken place before we've been told in the budget or discussed in the Parliament about all this. But that's how it is. So we wait to see what will happen. I think I heard they were thinking about a single tax on or a tax on single-use plastics. Did I hear that somewhere? It just bemuses me how they tax these things rather than ban them. Every year a little bit of money goes on the price of cigarettes. Well, if they're that, why don't you just ban them then? Ban them and be done with it. Ban them. Putting the money up, people will always find that money. You've got to ban them if you really want people to give up smoking. But of course, then you won't get the tax in, will you? It's madness. Same with the single-use plastics and all these other little bits and these little green taxes that they keep putting on. Don't put the taxes on. Just ban the use. End of. Problem solved. No more single-use plastics. They'll have to find something else. And they will. Maybe we'll have to go back to paper and cardboard. Oh, yes. You remember being there with Mum in the 1970s, and she's trying to carry that shopping back, isn't she, eh? Trying to carry that shopping back, and it's raining a bit, but we're not far from the car, and then you get to the pedestrian crossing, and the little man is red. Why is he red? Why is he not like yellow or purple? But he is. The little man is red, and your arms are aching, and ladies, you made the mistake of putting down that paper carrier bag on the wet floor, didn't you? And then you went to lift it when the little man went green. And out came your shopping. At least we have to don't have to do that anymore. In America, they kind of... When I've been to America, watch it on the television. You never see people holding a carrier bag. They're holding it underneath paper bags. They never held them by handles, did they? In fact, the bags over there, they don't have handles. They just carry them underneath. Unless, of course, you're going to one of those big department stores like Macy's or somewhere like that. If you ever go to New York, try that, Macy's. Anyway, that's the budget there. Obviously, not much in the budget because we haven't had it yet. That's a little bit later on today. And Daniel Woodhouse, hello, Daniel, says it's budget day today. So let's have a round of budget. Call my bluff. Here we go, and welcome to Call My Bluff. And the wage is wage policy. Wage policy. Does it mean A, a wage freeze, B, a return to collective bargaining, or C, a chocolate bar made of fruit and nuts? Yes, please. Everybody's a fruit and nut case. Da 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 da. What's that classical piece of music? Anyone know? So there you go. That's today's competition. There's no prizes, just for fun. You don't think we can afford to give out prizes, do you, for God's sake? Yes, it's budget day today. Let's have a round of budget. Call my bluff. Ping. Sorry. Yeah. Bet you ain't got one of those, have you? Look, brass. I think it's brass anyway, is it? Just needs blinking good care. Have you got one of these? Yes. I was given this and I'm holding on to it. If ever, Mark Bowles moves in here, and then if he wants me, he just has to push this. Okay, and I come running. Yes, Mark, what is it you need? And I will give him whatever he needs. It's marvellous anyway. But we're using it today for Call My Bluff. Yes, what is wage policy? Is it a wage freeze, a return to collective bargaining, or a chocolate bar made of fruit and nuts? And that's from Daniel Woodhouse. Thank you very much, Daniel, for participating in today's exciting programme, coming to you from the Mirable Studios, the revolving Mirable Studios here in Royal Berkshire. All right, we have a birthday today, incidentally, gang. We have a birthday today. It's Sherry Parrish's birthday. Sherry Parish we like very much on this programme. We're not so keen on the husband. He's a bit of a pain in the arse, to be honest. John Parish. It's just one of those people that irritates you. Do you know what I mean? A little bit like watching certain people on the telly. Possibly me, even. He irritates me. But he is married. God knows. He is so lucky to have her. You know what, Sherry? You need to tell John constantly how lucky he is to have you. What on earth you're doing with that poor old soul, I don't know. Presumably you're being paid a wage to look after him? A carer's allowance or something like that, my love, are you? Have you finished decorating, incidentally? Anyway, today is Sherry's birthday, and I'm looking at a little photo of you, Sherry. I will estimate your age at about 38? 38? I'm estimating your age at about 38, judging from the recent picture on... I know the words to say. So we need to sing to Sherry for her birthday today. Stand by. 1, 2, 4, 9, 10. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sherry. Beautiful lady. Happy birthday to you. Oh, happy birthday, Sherry. I hope you get a really nice present. You know, a new husband would be nice, but I'm not so sure you'll get that. Whatever you do on your birthday today, Sherry, happy birthday today. And do let us know what you're going to be, what you got or what you did, if anything special. I hope he takes you out to a meal. Don't be fooled by that. Oh, I would take you out for a meal, but I've made this special. No, he didn't. He went down the co-op and got something to heat up for you. Make him take you out, darling. Take to London. Claridge's, dear. Claridge's. That's where you want to go for your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Sherry. All right, my love. Down the swimming pool yesterday, I have to say it was quite quiet last night. Six of us in the pool yesterday afternoon. Which is quite nice because we can all move, except for the old bag that overtook me a few times. And then on the second time she tried to overtake me, she wasn't quite fast enough. Now, no word of a lie, if someone's trying to overtake me, I don't speed up. But if I'm near the end, and I've said this before, if I'm near the end, don't overtake now, right? Because you're only just going to make it and I want to come across. Well, I saw her at the corner of my eye. She was just about to overtake me, but I'd got there and I started moving across. And instead of her cutting me off, I cut her off. Bleeding shit. A right old bag it was. She had more wrinkles than me. God, blimey. I looked in a mirror the other day. Oh, I am wrinkly, aren't I? Look. It's terrible. When you look at some of my earlier video shows, and you can go right back, as you well know, the difference, I mean, it brings a tear to my glass eye. It really does. I look so old now. So old and decrepit. I was even going to consider myself cleaning myself with Lens Bright to see if that made any difference. Never mind. No, I'm not having Botox either. Thanks very much for your messages on yesterday's show. Richard Morris. Hello, Richard, in London. Hello, Richard. Richard has already tried the vegan bacon. Do I have a picture of that here? I'm not sure. I think I might have taken that off. Yeah, I've taken it off. Richard has already tried the bacon. This is not bacon. Was the bacon that we tried yesterday? He's already tried it. And he messaged in and told us he didn't particularly enjoy it. But the one thing he noticed about it, and I intended to tell you this today, was that for hours afterwards, literally hours, your entire house smells of bacon. Now, I don't find it a particularly unpleasant smell, so I'm okay with that. But be warned, if you buy that bacon, it is very pungent of the smell of bacon. Salty bacon. That's exactly what it smells like and tastes like. I really enjoyed it. I would happily buy another packet. How much of it I'll buy, I don't know, because it's £3 a packet, which I think that's really pricey. £3 for a packet of vegan bacon. But nevertheless, it does smell nice, and Richard quite rightly pointed out that his entire house was smelling of bacon afterwards. Yes, please. We like that. Hello to Shania on the Isle of Wight. On the subject of the vegan bacon, she is on her way to try some. Let us know how you get on with that as well, Shania. If you cook it up and taste it. All right. And do let us know, incidentally, anyone else who tries this, this is not bacon, vegan bacon, from yesterday's show. Let me know if you notice that the smell hangs around for ages, literally ages. All right. And do you know, I could really do with a cup of tea. Might make myself... Oh, I've got water here. That'll have to do. We can't even afford to turn the kettle on now with the electricity prices, dear. Oh, that's better, actually. Maybe I'll just stick to the water. Now, I bought some of those not de-scoured, you know, the other tea bag, decaffeinated tea bags the other day. When my mate comes round at night, oh, I can't drink any tea. It keeps me awake all night long, so I had to go to get some decaffeinated tea. Actually, they got some in Aldi, dirt cheap. And sometimes I'm very funny with tea. Very funny with tea. Oh, the worst thing you can do with a cup of tea is put too much milk in, and they all do it. Never ever trust anyone to put milk in your tea. I just want a drop. Okay, out comes a bottle and pours half the bottle of it, and then you send it back. Oh, is there too much milk? Yes, there is too much milk. I told you a drop. They put half the bloody bottle of milk in. It's awful. Awful. Very funny with tea, and also the branded tea. I won't buy cheap tea. I've learnt from that. You know, when you buy that really budget tea, you need about 200 tea bags per cup to get any taste out of it at all. So I'm very funny with tea. But we were in Aldi and all they had was their own brand tea bags, decaffeinated, possibly called Diplomat. I'm not quite sure. Something like that. Anyway, we bought that yesterday and we tried it last night. And do you know, it's not bad at all, actually. I might have a cup before I go to bed. Tried the why do I say descaled, decaffeinated tea? See if that helped me sleep a bit more. Talking of drinks, over at my mate's house last night, he done us a lovely dinner. I had burgers, onion rings, chips, those mozzarella stick things, and Bramley apple pie. You know, it come out of a box, but nevertheless, Bramley apple pie. I think it was frozen, and custard from Madagascar, or Madagascar custard, made out of actual crushed Madagascans, and they tasted delicious. You know, their life was not in vain. Funny, yellow people. They must be yellow. They must look yellow either in Madagascar, because that's how they look when they crushed up and put into the little pot. Taste absolutely delicious. Madagascar custard and brownie apple pie. It was frozen. Trouble is with that frozen apple pie, it's 45 minutes in the oven. You know, I don't know if you've made apple pie before, but if you make it from scratch, it don't take anywhere near as 45 minutes. Chop up that apple. It's in there 25, maybe 30 minutes, something like that. Very, very tasty as well. And last night I had alcohol. Yes. He's got these two. His ex Andy liked the drink. Oh God, I can't remember what it's called. Oh God, it's an almond tasting drink. Almond tasting drink. I can't remember what it's called now. A very, very small amount, because the bottles looks nice. The bottles look really nice, and he's got two in there. He's got a white bottle, I think, and a clear bottle. No, it's not dram. It's not a whiskey. Hang on. Almond tasting. Would it be a liqueur? L-I-Q-U-O-R, isn't it? Almond taste. Oh, there we are. Disaronno. That's it. I had some of that because my mate drinks it now. I don't drink, as you know. He has it in Coke and put this in a cup. I said, can I try a bit of that? Yeah, I'll do you one. I said, no, don't want to do me one. I just want to try a little bit of it. Anyway, I opened the bottle and I'm not a fan of almonds, actually. They don't really do anything for me, almonds. I don't really dislike them. I wouldn't purposely go and get a packet or something like that. Anyway, so I had a little taste of this with Coca-Cola. And do you know, it's quite nice. So that's Disaronno and Coke. I had two sips. I mean, literally, not gulps, sips like this. Two sips. It's quite nice. And that's all I had. Quite a nice drink. Anyone else drink that? Disaronno. £15 from Waitrose for 500 millilitres, whatever that is. I can get 70 centilitres from Ultimate Drinks, $19.99. Might have a whole glass next time with Coke. Oh, don't, I'll be under the table because I don't drink here. I've got this little half a bottle of champagne in the fridge. It's been in there for about 2 or 3 years now. We're going to have that one night. Yes. I'll try and convince him to do a show with that or something. All righty. Thank you. What else did I do yesterday? I watched another episode of Squid Game. Is anyone watching that at the moment? Squid Game? It's a Korean program, a Korean series, and it's in Korea. It's dubbed into English. It's not too bad, but it's about these games. I was going to say adult games, but adult games are a very different thing to what I mean. They're adults playing children's games, but with a twist. In that when you lose, you get shot and you're dead. Okay? And the episode I watched yesterday was number 3. And the game they had to play was they were all given this little metal case. And it's got a shape in it, right? The shape is impressed into a piece of honeycomb, but not broken honeycomb. You know, it's like just the shape is impressed into it. And they're given a needle, okay? And they have to separate the shape out of the rest of the honeycomb without breaking the honeycomb. I mean, you can break outside of it, but the actual shape must remain intact. And they had a choice of having a circle. I think it was a circle, a square, a star, and an umbrella, from what I remember rightly. And they literally had to scratch away with this needle, scratch around the outside. One of the ladies realised if you heat up that she had a lighter with her. If you heat up the thing, it cuts through the thing much more easy and gives you the perfect shape. Another one realised, it's thinner where the impression is, so he started licking the back of it, knowing that it would break off more easy. Other people were kind of trying to break it off, and then the honeycomb would break, and they'd just get shot in the head. What a way to go. I mean, I'm frightened to play another game of Cluedo, to be honest. You don't know what will happen with Captain Scarlet or Mrs. Dr. who's Dr. Professor Green, Colonel White, Captain... Oh, I can't remember the people in Cluedo. It's years since I played. Do you play that? Cluedo? I like the old board games. Monopoly. They're not cheap now, are they? I was in the toy shop the other day, I think with my sister actually, and we saw Monopolies like for 30 quid. Things are getting very expensive, aren't they? They really are. Anyway, that's Squid Game. Are you watching it, or have you watched the whole thing? What do you think of it? Any comments at all you want on the show today, just put them in the comment box down there. Or you can send an email if you want. There's my email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right, Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Don't be shy. Be nice to hear from you. Let me just line something up there, my loves. Good. So that's that. Now, what else? So we've got another couple of comments here. Gary wants to know, is your Toshiba still giving me bother? No, the software is all right on it. That's the Toshiba is up at the caravan. It's a long time ago. I've had this TV about 3 years. There's no reason for me to change it because I'm not up there. It's not like a high quality, expensive TV. You really don't want to leave expensive stuff in a caravan. It's. I mean, you may think it's secure. I think it's quite easy to get in a caravan, even if you've got a camera outside and all that business. But no, it wasn't that. It was the satellite. Tuner in it. It basically doesn't sort out the channels. That's just how it is. Because I rang up the help desk and they say, well, it doesn't do that. It sees the satellites and it picks up all the channels, but it doesn't sort them in any sort of understandable order. And you end up with like 200 BBC Ones, all of the ITV regions, but they're all over the place. You might have... I don't know, CNN on Channel 1, BBC 1 on Channel 2, and so on and so forth. It's useless. I wouldn't buy another Toshiba telly. Thank you, Gary. Nice to see you, sir. Hello to George Bond. On the subject of the bacon that we had yesterday, the vegan bacon, he says, I like Quorn food, Quorn mince, Quorn sausages, Quorn chicken as well. They probably do a Quorn bacon, actually. I would imagine they do a Quorn bacon, so I'll have a look out for that. I'm sure I've tried it at some point, Quorn bacon. I'll have a look out for that, and we'll do that one as well. I do have a different brand of Quorn bacon downstairs, which we'll do in a future show quite soon. We'll do another breakfast like that, and we'll try that one out as well. Okay. I wanted to show you one of my orchids has burst into life. Look. This would be one that Maureen bought me. This is probably 3 to 4 years old now, this orchid. Look, you can't really see it like that, can you? Yeah, let's bring it over. Look at this. Is that amazing? Look at it, look. There you are, that's better. You can see it properly now. Isn't that lovely? It's just suddenly burst into flower. These are amazing orchids. If you want a value plant... the reason people... And look, all these roots are hanging out here. I don't know what that means. You just leave them or what? What do you do with these? I don't know what to do with these. They're like something from another planet, aren't they? But they're hanging down there. Put this back here. Oh, Christ, I've dropped something now. Is that going to fall over? I'll deal with that later. And the reason people don't buy orchids is because they only see the price of it at the beginning. That one of those is about 10 quid, an orchid. They haven't really gone up over the years. They're about 10 quid from the garden centre. But the thing is, just be very, very sparing with the water, and you get years and years of life out of orchids. Years of life, right? Not only that, once they flower, those flowers will be there for weeks. It's not like a shrub. Yeah, you spend all year waiting for shrubs to flower, don't you, in the garden? And then they flower and for a couple of weeks, a week or 2 weeks, depending on, of course, the shrub. And then they're gone again. I mean, poppies in particular. Poppies, you can get beautiful poppies and they open up, great big flowers on them. And then 2 days later, they're gone. That's it. End of. They will hang around for ages. My passion flower that's growing up the tree, the big passion flower climbing thing, which has gone absolutely mad this year, is still flowering. Thing is, with a passion flower thing, it doesn't all flower at once. You know, you get a couple of flowers, 3 flowers, 1 flower, then nothing, and then another couple. And it goes on and on for weeks, that. Which I only discovered this year, incidentally. Good. Couple of stories for you then. How much do you brush your teeth or shower? Do you do it very often? Now, come on, we're all friends here. You can tell me. It can be our little secret. I must stop using that expression. Anyway, Phil Collins apparently will be quizzed under oath, according to The Sun, over claims he did not shower or brush his teeth for a year. Oh, no. Brush his... I thought you had false teeth, didn't you? Don't you put them in a jar? Do you? Do you put your teeth in a jar, do you? A judge in Los Angeles this week rejected Phil's bid to have the case dismissed. He will now be quizzed in a filmed deposition. His ex-wife Oriane, is it? Oriane? Is that his ex-wife? Hang on a minute. Jewelry designer is suing him for half of their former Miami home. I don't know if it's his ex-wife or not. Oh Christ, what's she done to her face? Oh, she's had her face done. Here, look. Oh, my God. Why do they do it? Oh, hang on. I haven't got my phone switched on. Oh, you're going to have to wait to see her face now. You wait till you see her face. She's had all sorts done to that, mate. It's his ex-wife. Okay, what's her name? Oriane. Oriane has alleged he abused alcohol and prescription medicine, did not brush his teeth, stopped showering and became depressed and abusive and incapable of having... You know the word, okay? Dear me. She married Tom Bates, who's only 32 last year. Child snatcher. She's 47. Another cougar. A cougar. Phil's lawyers, if you can, why not? That's what I say. I just can't, unfortunately. But anyway, Phil's lawyers claim the scandalous, scurrilous, unethical, for the most part, patently false or grossly exaggerated and totally immaterial to the dispute over the house. I mean, I can't see him not showering for over a year. You know, not unless he had some sort of medical condition or perhaps a little bit of a brain failure, which happens to all of us sometimes. Wait till you see this old bag's face. How old is she? 47. Dear me. Hang on a minute. What have you done to your face, love? Oh, no. Yeah, look. Oh, dear. Look, the lips, the cheeks, the fake hair. Awful. Come on, girls, leave your beautiful faces alone. Look at all our viewers. None of us have had anything done to our faces. And we look fantastic, don't we, girls and boys? Look at Sherry. She's never had her face done, have you, my love? And you look fantastic. John Parrish? Sometimes there are people who should have a little bit of facial surgery, perhaps going a little bit of Botox in there, perhaps, John. Just a suggestion. You take it or leave it, my love. That's up to you, my love. Anyway, that's Phil Collins there. What's the longest you've ever gone without a shower? Come on, be honest. I have gone 2 or 3 days before without having a shower. If I smell, I'd have one. Don't worry about that. But I have done it before. Not recently, actually. I have a shower every day at the swimming pool anyway. I don't even need to use my shower much. Which reminds me, I've got to do the... scrape the watermarks off. Got watermarks on my showers at the moment. How'd you fancy this? £36 billion in a day. That's not a bad wage, is it? I can only ever dream of owning so much. most of you and I will be lucky to ever be, millionaires or something like that, will we? Well, guess who's got $36 billion in a day? Yes, it's our old friend Elon Musk. Soon there'll be a fleet of spaceships waiting to take us all to Mars, courtesy of Elon Musk. Elon Musk's fortunes in the metro have soared after the rental company Hertz said it would buy 100,000 of his Tesla vehicles. Have you got a Tesla car? Anyone got a Tesla car here? I quite like the big one. Is that the Model X, I think it is? Hundreds, tens of thousands of pounds here. Well out of our reach. Unless, of course, you pay monthly. The electric car company's stock rose rapidly after the announcement on Monday, adding more than $36 billion to Musk's wealth. You just... you can't comprehend those figures, can you? $36 billion. What could you do with that, eh? Of course I'd buy I'd try and buy all the houses around here, I think, because I quite like it here. I'd probably stay here, I think. Well, probably. I would buy a really nice house in Lincolnshire. There is one, actually, next to the river. I showed it to you some weeks ago. Do you remember? Big house on the river. And I'd move my nephew and his family in there. Free of charge, of course. And then I'd have a little bit on the side or something. So when I came and visit, that's where I'd go. And I'd like to do some good. I'd probably do some good with it as well. I'd seek out people. I wouldn't announce the fact that I'd won anything. I'd seek out people off my own back. People who might need something. Not the people that ask. They're the ones that don't usually need. It's like those people that are collecting money, along the Euston Road. They stand in the middle of the road with signs, "Homeless, can you help me?" I don't believe a word of it. I'm sorry. It's really difficult. Perhaps some of them are. It's very difficult to tell. Is someone homeless or is someone just collecting money from you? And there's plenty of those out there. It's very sad, really, isn't it, that you have to decide in your head who's trying to rip you off and who isn't. Anyway, that's not bad, is it? His net worth suggests he's the richest he's ever been and likely to be the richest person ever, according to Forbes. So there we are. I think that's wonderful. I think that's absolutely wonderful. Anyway, we'll see how we get on with that. And one final story here. I never knew there was a £100 coin. Did you? There's a £100 coin, according to The Sun. Interesting story. This is actually from a couple of days ago. A collector. He was actually nicked for using a £100 commemorative coin to buy fuel. That's what he used. Got the coin out, they called the cops. Came and nicked him. Except he was allowed to use it. I mean, how would you know? I suppose, really, if I was on a till somewhere and someone gave me a £100 coin, I'd certainly question it. A collector nicked for using a £100 commemorative coin to buy fuel has won a £5,000 payout from police. This bloke, Brett, was thrown out by staff who said it wasn't real money. He was then interrogated, at a police station. Doesn't say who interrogated him, possibly the police. You don't want to be interrogated by Borg. Very, very bad. You don't know what Borg are, do you? Doesn't matter. Apparently, the Trafalgar Square Special Edition, with 45,000 coins minted in 2016, is legal tender under the 1971 Act. Did you know that? Dad of four, Brett, plans to spend the compensation on more coins. It says compo. Did you know compo was short for compensation? Well, that's a new one on me. Who is editing these papers now? Oh, they just come out of school or something? Not a clue. He was accused of making off without payment after filling his car with £60 worth of diesel at Tesco Extra in Exeter in July last year. Cops released him under investigation but later sent a letter to say he would not be charged. He then took legal action and received notice of damages in this month. £5,000. Thank you very much. Yes, please, mummy. They wanted to prosecute him for using Royal Mint coins. Wow. Shops and banks, it does say here, do not have to accept the large denomination coins. Tesco said it would not accept commemorative coins as it's not considered to be circulating legal tender. But it is. It is according to this 1971 law. Have you got any coins like that? Actually, who is it? I think it's Mark Bowles actually collects coins, doesn't it? Mark Bowles collects coins, I think. I'm sure he said that once. Anyway, boys and girls, thank you very much for watching and joining in the show today. Don't forget, if you want to join in, you can put a little comment in a comment section, anything that we've been talking about in the show, or send an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Enjoy your Wednesday. See you again very soon. Bye-bye.